Hi everyone, welcome back, and we're going to be covering gods today. So just first off, I'm going to delete these go lines that I had drawn. I've zoomed out and looked at the daily and done a little bit of homework on this token. So hopefully I can spread you a little bit of insight as to what I've seen. So where are we now? As you all know, this is quite a new token. It's a great game. It's got a lot of online users. Normally when you see that with a game that's quickly adopted, the price usually forks, and you see gains after gains. But unfortunately with gods, we've not seen that trend. So, but what we have seen is something that's not out of the ordinary. So just to advise that when a coin was released, you can see the price action that we've had here. And there was a very strong support resistance line at 447, there or thereabouts, give or take. And once we're above it, we fly, and then we dip back to near enough the 786 level, which is quite ordinary. Once you've made a high, these coins tend to come back to the 786, period of consolidation, and they go again. Now, what I have seen with gods is once it gets below this strong support resistance line at 447, there or thereabouts, it struggles to get above. And you can see on this occasion, it was at it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days before it broke free and tried to attempt a high, was rejected, sold off. And again, I'll just say it's not uncommon with new tokens. When they pump, they very quickly dump. And as we saw with this token, midway through its cycle, its sell-off took it way below the 786, brought it almost down to the new low. And that was with Bitcoin, 4th of December. Yeah, so that's the Bitcoin low. From there, I will say that that is the low, and since then we've made consistent higher lows as well as a new all-time high. And from that all-time high, we have seen consistent lower highs. So what we've got is higher lows and lower highs. So we are at a point in time where we are again sitting on this resistance line, and we are essentially within an apex of this descending wedge. So let me just zoom into the hourly, and you'll see that once we got to the point of the apex of the wedge, we did break. We made a break, and we made a break above this really supreme resistance zone of 447. But what happened was we were rejected within the hour, fell back into the wedge, jumped back out of it, and again spent the next 4 hours trying to break through this high resistance zone, rejected, came back to the bottom of the wedge, which essentially this bottom line here follows, it begins at the low that Bitcoin made, and we have not wicked below it. So from the 4th of December until the 3rd of January, we have not wicked below this line. So that's consistent higher lows, which is great to see. So what that's going to do, and I think you can all see right now that we're attempting to get through this strong resistance zone at 447. But what we're seeing with these higher lows is that we're going to get closer and closer to this resistance zone. And if we don't break through now and see a parabolic run, what we'll probably see is something like this. Let me just change the color. Okay, so what we're going to see, dip back, try again, dip back. So you're going to have this zigzag effect until you get to the point where there is nowhere for it to go except up. Now, we'll just keep an eye on what's happening right here. I'm going to take it to the 3 minute and we watch. So we've attempted, been rejected, we've pulled back, very small pullback, gone again, been rejected. I'm actually going to take it to the minute. So let's just watch what happens with gods, because if we get over this really strong resistance line and hold above, we could actually have a parabolic candle within this video, which I wasn't expecting, if I'm being brutally honest. Get rid of that. So like I say, guys, Gods hasn't made a move. Hasn't made a move for a period of days, but what it has done is have consistently higher lows since the 4th of December, so nigh on a month. I'm just going to jump away and show you something on the daily, and then we'll come back to this and see how we're getting on. So from, let's just measure it out. So from its day of inception, if you will, first day of trading, to its lowest low point was 37 days. And also from its, where are we, from its low? We are now into our 32nd day of trading. So what you could say is that a cycle has completed and we're moving in to the next cycle again. So from the low, we've seen all-time high, and then we're back down to a low. And at this very moment, cycle to cycle, so we would be essentially starting our third cycle, 1, 2 into the third. We're looking at trying to break free of this strong resistance zone. So I can't give great news right now with Gods, other than we are making higher lows. We are getting to a point where this token will have no room to move other than up, unless it is to make, you know, unless it is to be catastrophically rejected, and we might actually see a new low. But keep a really close eye on this over the next 24 hours. You should have 2 more videos from me in that time frame. Not even 24 hours. I'd say next 2 days, next 48 hours. And we should know or have a clearer picture as to whether this token is maintaining its higher lows along this trend line, or if it begins to wick below. If it wicks, I'd say within 5% of its price point below, and then we see a swing, not a problem. But if it wicks 5%, finds some resistance and falls again, then we'd need to look at what we do with our position. It's not financial advice. I'm just trying to give you the best chance, really. I'm quite adamant that this one is going to go on a run. I wouldn't have purchased the bags of it that I have packed if I wasn't. However, it is slightly frustrating for not only myself but for you guys watching the video as well, to not see it doing what we all know it can, which is to take off and start to see some new all-time highs. Now, sorry guys, this is a long video, guys and girls, because I've noticed I've got some female subscribers as well. Thank you very much. What you'll see with this token is when it moves for a solid 5-6 days, or we have one momentous day of push. So here we had essentially 1, 2, 3 into the 4th day push in, 3, 4th day we didn't hold, 2, 3rd day didn't hold. So when this thing goes, it's not going to be over in a flash. We're going to see it go and it will maintain for at least 2 days, possibly up to 4 or 5. When it goes on each occasion, it does break free of at least 665, has reached on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 occasions 750, and then obviously we have the all-time high. So I think we've all been in this token long enough to understand that we deserve a good push. We have held on for dear life and have shown good support to gods, and it's time this thing breaks free and shows us what it can do. All right, that's all from me. Take care.